know, just let me know. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome in my...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tell You What podcast with myself, Aleavey, and my wonderful co-host, Mr. Talal Jomar. Talal, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Sean. Sunday night is live. It's my favorite time of the week, Sean. Favorite time of the week.
It's everyone's favorite time of the week. This week we've got an unbelievable show coming up. Here's no Premier League football to talk about. Thank fuck. No diverse Premier League referees. David Coote, get in the bin. We're not even talking about him. An absolute cocaine-riddled, allegedly madman. We're not speaking about it. We're not talking about it. I don't want to talk about referees for at least another week. So thank God there'll be none of that coming up. But all we do is coming up on the show is we're going to talk all things Netflix boxing. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Yes, I say that one first because that was the actual boxing that was held on Netflix. Not Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, which I hope most people didn't stay up for after watching the highlights. But we're going to talk about all that later. We've got the Autumn Internationals we're going to talk about. Ireland versus the Argentinians and England losing again. We've got global news. We're going to be talking about Gladiator 2 releasing the cinema, the new Robbie Williams movie. Some of the big gigs me and Talal have got coming up in our life, so stay tuned and we'll be going through all that on a lovely, lovely Sunday night with you. If you have any questions or anything you want to drop in, let us know. We're live here on the YouTube, as my dad and Talal would say.
Oh, fuck. On the YouTube.
So leave any comments. Let us know what you're thinking of any of the sports stuff. If you want to chip in, we'll be reading all your comments going throughout. But before we do any of that, Talal, I need to check in with you. How are you? How was your week? Have you been busy?
Yes, been relatively busy. It's been a good week. The Cubs got the Cubs lad better. The wee lad, he's not booking around factors now this week, so that's a plus. Here, I done sport for Colin Gass again on his tour in Cookstown and Glenavon. Great time.
Unbelievable.
It's a nice moment, you know, to do support for one of your comedic heroes, you know. So rapping the Dead On Mafia as well. You know what I mean? So, but no, it was great night, and it's good like inspiration. You know, that's good. It's good to know that you're toiling away and you just. Sometimes you're just doing run of shit gigs. Next thing you just get a nice opportunity like that. So it was good time. Then a nice wee gig last night in Draperstown. Great spot. Shout out Patrick Glasgow and his wife Stella, two of the best people I've ever met in my whole life. He is just the hardest working man, and that's a great comic club. He's got up there class.
Okay, is he a comedian as well?
No, he's like this. He's almost like a mythical creature. He's like one of these guys. He's such a character that he's just the kind of guy you'd love to go for like pints with.
Right,
he's just genuinely, you just know he's loads of like cool stories. So he sort of like arts group in Draperstown, and through funding and stuff, they bought like an old mill or something and converted it into like an arts center where people go for like music lessons and drumming lessons, piano lessons, and then at the loft, the top is where he does his comedy club. Like, but he's literally out on the streets going, "Are you coming to the next comedy show?" If somebody goes no, why aren't you going? Like, he's proper. He is Dan. He is hustling. Like, he is Dan out there for 3 points. Like, he is.
He's done the Tom Smith entrepreneur course, and he's getting every penny out of it in return.
But like, genuinely does it for the love of the actual arts, if that makes sense. So, real, because he calls it Glasgowbury, so he runs like festivals. His surname is Glasgow, so he calls it Glasgowbury. He's just real funk, or just a real. He's just cool. He's just the only way to describe him is just real cool. Like, he's just mythical, nearly. He's just he's like a Rumpelstiltskin kind of big dude. He's class crack, to be fair.
One of those characters, you'd be talking to someone, you'd be like, I was talking to such and such, and they're like, he died 10 years ago. It's not real.
Exactly. That's 100%. That's him in a nutshell. Like, but no, couldn't have been a nicer dude. You know what I mean? Real homely, cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever you wanted. Because at a gig, sometimes that goes a long way. Like a wee free bottle of water goes a long way. He had a good selection of Tato crisps, Kit Kats, Club Oranges. You know, nice with a cup of tea. Like, nice with a cup of tea. Yeah. And I hear a real solid lineup too. Like Dar Matthews was there, Dion and Harry Connick. He's just four good tea drinkers. You know what I mean? Just four. That's a tea drinker's crowd.
How's your kettles?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Just good tea. Just boys and girls just love a wee drop of tea.
That's great.
But yeah, great time. So
you find whenever you're doing the support stuff, like, because obviously we're still quite new to Do you still find the sports lots a wee bit like it's like a trial? It's like a wee loan move.
It is very much like a trial. Obviously you be nervous before any gig, but I think when you're doing support for someone, because it's their show, it's like almost a thankless task, because the crowd are almost going, right, get off. I can't get it. I haven't paid to come and see you, but no, it is nice, and look, again, it's a great opportunity for me. It was just, but you do feel that almost like you do feel as if you're like on death row, like you're walking the plank, as if like if you don't do well, that's it. Like
Yeah. But even though like support slots are notoriously just like a free hit, like anybody will tell you coming up, they're just like, you're just there to figuratively eat shit and not do well, but just kind of like let them know, here, there's comedy happening here, we'll tell you over for a wee bit sort of thing. Like, so whenever, I think it's one of those ones, whenever they do go well, you're like, oh yes.
No. Yeah, but sometimes you can get a wee bit overexcited and think you've done better than what you have, and just put it out there. I felt like that myself, but no, look, great time. Butler was on that night with Guinness as well. Butler's class, like class, like yeah, Jomar. But yeah, that's been my week, sort of just cruising along and work, and then stuck into these rehearsals flat out. The rehearsals are taking over my life again. Nice. And this upcoming play. What about yourself, Sean? How was your week? Did you up to much?
Just usual grind, that 9 to 5 hustle. But I say to that, well, doing all that, I got the biggest gig, and this goes sound really cheesy, biggest gig offer of my life.
Oh yes.
And this is my equivalent of Netflix knocking on the door and going, here's your contract out of here. This is my dream gig. Liam McCooey and Darren Matthews last year were running a few gigs in the Newry Town Hall, which is the pinnacle of all arts in Newry, really. Right? You've all these bars wanting gigs, but the Town Hall is where it's at. And this one popped up, and I was like, is there any chance, even if there's a 1 minute spot, could I hop on this? And they're like, oh yeah, no bar. Didn't really hear much else about it. Next thing, the poster comes out. Liam McCooey headlines with Darren Matthews, with special MC, Newry's own homegrown Sean Aleavey. And it was just like, all them Jose Mourinho memes, him walking down the touchline Champions League final in these slides. That was me in the house. Just screeching, just there.
Did you ever see the end of Pursuit of
Yes.
Happiness? Like, you're just walking and like bawling your eyes out, going, what is going on here?
I was just like, this is the dream. 400 seats. But do you know what it was more so? It's one of those ones where you're just like, and this is going to sound really cheesy, if I knew someone in my school that was in my year, or just my school at all at the same time, and I was like, up by there's MC and a comedy gig in the Town Hall, I would have been like, shut the fuck up. There's no way. That way. So whenever they asked me to do it, I was just like, this is dreamland here. Like, I'll never I may as well not gig after this. I could retire.
That's it, just quite at the top. When is that?
The end of this month. So I think there's only like, it might be the 29th or something like that. So McCurry and Darren are headlining, who are obviously hilarious. Sean Haggerty's on, Jordan Robinson on, and myself MCing. So the class night's crack, and I've got all the fam going, all the local support going. My mum was very funny. My mum was like, is there going to be a bar on it? And I was like, yeah, there will, yeah. And she's just like, well, that's all right. I'll probably take a bottle of vodka with me, but just in case there wasn't, Fuck's sake, don't embarrass me. Like,
there'll be a few pints had, Sean, will there, I'd imagine, after?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I see. What my problem is when I do like bigger gigs, like you've asked me to do the Crack Theatre and stuff before, and that's a big gig for me to MC. Like sometimes I get a wee bit excited, a wee bit too excited, and I'll have a few wee drinks, and I don't normally have a few wee drinks.
Yeah.
But for some reason, at like open mics, I'll be like, don't be getting steaming at this, Sean. But whenever it's a big gig, I'm like, time to party. Just like rip open a tin of fucking, what did I drink at the last Crack Theatre? I think I drank it kind of, what do you call that stuff? Dragon soup.
Dragon soup, that's right. Do you remember the very first Crack Theatre? Do you remember I had the beer and all out the back and all? That was jeez, I was nervous that gig. I was like, whoa, to make sure everyone was going well. That was a cracking gig.
Those gigs, that Crack Theatre one where you're drinking at, and then the Newry Town Hall one, that's the closest thing I can ever feel again to living in the Holy Lands, playing FIFA with the boys at like 3:00, drinking tins. That's the closest I'll ever get to those feelings ever again.
Yeah.
So, it's been a good week, but it was funny because my family were like to me, oh, how much are the tickets? And I goes, I don't know. There were 20 quid or something like that. Obviously, it's a fucking massive then. You have to run into off the council and all of them going, can you not get us some discount? And I'm like, only if it comes out of my pay slip. So no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? The Joker's going to be the Aleavey box up in the wings. No way.
the VAB suite.
And the best crack is any gig I've done in front of my family before, most likely people to heckle, my family.
Which is mental to me.
Mad. Mad. Dad's done it twice. He came to gig twice, and my sister came and borderline. Was it my sister? Yeah, my sister's done it twice, and my dad's done it. So I'm not even getting into the story. I'll tell them a different time. But that's my week. Very exciting news. You do all these shitty gigs, all these crappy open mics, and sell your soul to then get the dream gig, and it's all worth it.
And that's almost what it is. It's almost like, because there is a time where we're both of like actually going, this is getting hard now. Like, this is like,
yeah,
is it worth it? Like, and then all of a sudden something just happens out of the blue. So it is for any other new people in comedy, just keep grinding. That's all you have to say. Is keep grinding.
Don't worry, you'll never get the Newry Town Hall because I'm not giving it up. You're gonna have to kill me to get back in that Newry Town Hall. I'm never giving this up. Not Matthews and Yamaku. He's gonna have to fucking. I'm gonna nail myself to the ground at that stage. I'd be doing the pantomime and everything this year. I'm gonna be owning it. I'm gonna be owning it.
You'd be the perfect pantomime villain, Sean.
Do you think so?
Oh, you have that villainy about you.
I was gonna say, could you guess? I doubt you did a nativity when you were in school, did you? Did you?
Oh, I did. Do
you not have to abstain? You're just like, no, that's against.
I sure was already going to school dressed as a shepherd. I've never ever thought it says clip it.
You coming into the rehearsals being like, right, Talal, I want you to audition for fucking one of the doorkeepers, and you're like, I've brought my own tea towels. I'm ready to be a shepherd. Put me in.
I'm here. I've
got tea towels for all the boys.
But yeah, no, I did partake in the nativity, but I for some reason I don't remember the nativity. We actually stuck to the script. Like, I remember being an army man. They got a bit rogue now, so they do like you have like I think I seen one last year, a children's one, and it was like Barbie. So Barbie was a big movie. There's a Barbie in it and a fucking Ken and all, and you're going, you can't. It was like you can't come into Barbie's playhouse, and like I don't think that part of the world would have that at the minute. It was like that. So, but no, here I never got the lead role of like Joseph or anything like that, But
yeah, I was one of the three wise men. There was gold, frankincense, and I think I was frankincense. It's like the only person in the class that could say frankincense, and that was it. I was all true. Like that was it.
Yeah, never.
But will we get into our news this week? What's been going on around the world?
That's it.
So I was going to play our intro there, but I couldn't be bothered. So sorry.
Go for it.
So big news this week is the weekly news. Let's see what's been happening in the world of sport. The big stuff is, thank God, as I said on the top of the show, no Premier League. Actually, you know what? I actually feel enlightened. I've had a brilliant weekend with no Premier League on. What about you?
Great. Because it's the first Sunday and I know how long I have had no anxiety of thinking about the half-forward game, and then being in such bad form at Arsenal not winning, then trying to get myself G'd up to not go full troops AFC, on the podcast. It is. So it's been nice. It's been relaxing. It's a welcome. They say a break's as good as a rest, as I say. Is that what they say?
That's it. Yes.
It has been nice.
Before we talk about any more of the football that was on this weekend, because unfortunately it didn't make good reading for our Ireland fans, but we'll talk about the fighting that was on, because the MMA and boxing was the big stuff that was on. So you had Netflix hosting. This is kind of like the first ever live sort of fighting event they had on. They've had on the Joe Rogan live comedy special that they had on and stuff. Yeah, the Mike Tyson fight with Jake Paul. Like, apparently the streams weren't good. Like, there was buffering happening. It was lagging behind. I mean, all I can say is you don't get that from the Tell You What podcast on your Sunday night. We'll not let you down. No, even though we're on nearly the same budget, as Netflix. So. £14 a week. So you'll not get any of that. But did you stay up for it yourself, or did you just catch the highlights?
I got up for the Katie Taylor, so I watched Katie Taylor and fell asleep before Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
What time was that at?
Stupid, like 4 maybe, 4:15, and around that.
So I set an
And
alarm for 3 o'clock, and then there wasn't the fight that I wanted on, Katie Taylor fight, and I just went back to sleep. I was like, nah.
Because I was up and I was like, I purposely put my phone back on the charger, and I was like, right, because if I have my phone in my hand, I'll scroll, and then as you're scrolling, you're sort of dozing off.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, phone away and just fully focus on the fight. But nah, that was it. Couldn't.
Although
I just dozed off.
it was a hard fight to fall asleep to, because I watched it back, the Katie Taylor fight, and fuck, it was
Yeah.
arguably fight of the year.
Yes, very controversial too, though. To be fair, like she fought a lot dirtier than I thought she was going to fight.
Mm-hmm.
She led with the head a lot, which is frowned upon in boxing. I still think she'll done enough to win the fight. Though I actually think she should call the day.
Did you really? Hot take?
Yeah,
Katie Taylor should quit.
Take, yeah, I should quit. Quit now at the top. She's a brave age, like.
Yeah,
she's near 40, I think.
I think she's 36.
36. I just think that she's on the decline, and the way she used to fight. Sort of, her last 2 fights towards the end, she's gassed out massively, and that isn't. I'm sure it's not down to her training or her nutrition. I'm sure she just. But again, here, Father Time catches everyone. Like I'm not so quick over 40 meters myself anymore, Sean. You know, I haven't got that explosive pace anymore. So I do think maybe have one more money fight, which is like super hot favorite, and just cash out and.
I didn't watch it back, right? So keep this in mind. I hadn't watched it back, but I seen that people were saying it was controversial, the decision. And let me say this. It wasn't controversial. Having not even watched it, I knew I was like, Katie Taylor's won. No way. Now, I'm not listening to anyone that's saying it was in any way close. And then I watched it back and I was like, no, she definitely won. Like the fact that people are saying, I can get people saying it was close. I could have went either way, but to say Amanda Serrano was robbed is outrageous. Absolutely it's mental.
Yes. Yeah. So she wasn't robbed, but it was like, no. I think the referee could have helped Serrano a lot more.
But then the point he actually took off, the point he took off, Katie Taylor, was never a headbutt. It was just an accumulation of like, stop leaving with your head, really.
Yes. So, but again, he probably should have knuckled down on that a lot sooner and then should have stopped. But here.
Yeah. Here, I'm all for it. As I said, we live in a society where Ireland sports suffers a lot, and we have to support flipping rowing and all sorts during the Olympics. Is our only hope once every 4 years.
Because I will say this, if you look at any great Irish sporting, it's nearly always been like tainted.
Yeah,
Tommy Tiernan has a great bit on it actually, but like you look at you look at Barry McGuigan, that whole fiasco. I'm not Card from. I hope you stay squeaky clean for the rest of your life. Don't do anything mad or be Carl. You've looked at Barry McGuigan. You've got Cian O'Connor, the horse rider guy.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even taking drugs. It was his horse wasn't drugs. You know, Michelle Murphy. Is it Michelle Murphy?
No idea.
Won the 3 golds at the Atlanta Olympics. Swimming, she was riddled head to toe drugs. You look at the 2002 World Cup where like Ireland had a real good run. The Roy Keane fiasco. It's just like Conor McGregor. You're like, oh come on, just behave yourselves, lads. Behave yourselves.
Well, that brings me nicely into what I wanted to ask you about. I was thinking to myself, is Katie Taylor now? She's what, the 4-time. She's got 4 belts at that division. She's went down in weight. She's been champion. Like she's won golds. I'm pretty sure. Did she win gold at the Olympics? Well, didn't she?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, the question is, do you think she's the greatest ever athlete Ireland's produced?
Oh.
Now, before I can see you humming in hands, so I'm not looking logic. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw some names at you, right? And we'll do a winner. We'll do a winner stays on. So I'm going to say a name. And if you think that person's better, they stay on. So I'll try and make these up on the spot here for you. But let's just go some off the top of our head, right? So you've got Katie Taylor versus Conor McGregor.
Ooh, oh man, so hard because McGregor transcended the sport. Katie Taylor.
Okay, Katie Taylor versus Roy King.
Oh man. I'm trying to think who has been champion. I'm going to have to go Katie Taylor.
Over Roy King?
Yeah. Because to me, it's like, has there been... a better player in Roy Keane's position than Roy Keane? Yeah, there has. Has there been a better? Oh, sorry, maybe it's also it's only Irish. Oh, it's so tough.
I'm going for an answer.
Katie Taylor. Sticking with Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor, Barry McGuigan.
Katie Taylor. Not even close.
Katie Taylor, Cord Frampton. He'll not like that, but
I'm gonna go with Bass here and go Cord Frampton. RB Cord. Love him.
Cord Frampton, Royal McIlroy.
Oh, Frampton.
Frampton.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there anyone else I'm missing? That's kind of it for Irish athletes, isn't it?
Yes, you could have went. I thought you were going to go down the route of like Peter Canavan, and he's
no, that you.
He's above them all. He's above them all.
Yeah. Really,
but even someone like
the greatest ever Irish athlete ever.
There you are. Oh yes, all folks. Cord Frampton, RB Cord. Yeah, but that's probably a bit bad. The Roy Keane one's like, oh, I don't know. I think just, do you want to know what it is? Roy Keane, his career's always been in controversy. So,
do you want to Jarvie shouting? What about Anto Kikachi versus Frampton? I think Kikachi needs to win one or two more to get near Frampton.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So,
yeah.
I think Kikachi,
although he has the potential.
Oh yeah.
Also, I would say now at the minute, Kikachi probably the most underrated Irish athlete in the country.
Yeah, and his next fight's going to be mega.
Has he announced it yet?
It's not Jomar Nunes or something like that.
I don't know. I just seen there was back and forth with her on Twitter and stuff like that. But back to Netflix. Back to Netflix and Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, which was the main event on the card. I didn't love it from the get-go. Like from the start, I was looking at it going, let's think about this logically, right? If Mike Tyson wins this fight, what next will Netflix have to promote? There's no product there for them to deal with, right?
Yes.
But if Jake Paul wins this fight, Netflix can string another 2-3 deal out of this, get more fights on, more pay-per-views, more sales, more people on it. So in my head, I was like, what? Regardless of the age of Mike Tyson and the shape of like a man is near 60, this doesn't make any sense for him to win. And it doesn't make sense. Even if Mike Tyson can win, it makes no sense for him to want to win this. So I think what happened was he just got the bag and he was like, we'll coast this out. And Jake Paul said, let's coast this out. And it very much looked like in the ring, the two of them went, let's make sure I win, but let's make sure no one gets hurt.
Yes, and you know what? You sort of have to, in some ways, respect Jake Paul for that to an extent.
Yeah.
Do I think I thought the fight was going to be rigged from day one anyway. It was a money making mission for Mike Tyson. Jake Paul, and you know what is, you can, whether you hate Jake Paul or whether you love him, you have to respect his ability to generate an audience, to generate something that everybody talks about. It doesn't matter whether you hate him, you're still talking about him. And I think the fight went exactly how I thought it was going to go. I thought that Mike Tyson would every so often throw a punch that would excite the crowd and go, oh my God, he's going to knock him out.
Yep.
But I think Jake Paul, who people always diminish his ability as a boxer, and do I think he could beat Canelo Alvarez? Absolutely not. Do I think he would beat Conor McGregor? Yeah, I do. I think he beats most UFC fighters in a boxing match.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Because he's not. He actually can fight, right? So we're putting that to one side, but we're just also forgetting he keeps fighting people that can't fight.
Yes, boxing. Exactly. Yes. So like the only boxer he's ever fought, the only active boxer he fought, he lost to.
And let's put it bluntly, Tommy Fury has no boxing sort of pedigree.
No. So like that's what I'm saying.
There, so
like Roe Boyle beats Jake Paul. that's Roe Boyle. Roe Boyle beats Jake Paul. Like,
Roe Boyle in Strabane, that is the money fight. Got out the Ulster Hall next year.
I'm telling you, Roe Boyle beats Jake Paul. I'm telling you.
I think so. I think anyone that actually boxes beats Jake Paul, but that's not what we want to see anymore. I think this is closer now. What he's promoting, what he's doing, is closer now to WWE than what it is to boxing. And if everyone just accepts that, that's fine. But the best thing that'll happen to him is someone knocking him out. Because that'll be the end of it all. That'll be all the fucking faff stopped about it. Everyone will get what they want because everyone's tuning in to see a knockout. The longer these things go on without a knockout, the less people are going to tune into them.
Yeah, so essentially what Jake Paul and Logan, his brother, are two geniuses when it comes to So I think I do think he'll fight again 2-3 times, and then he will go for a belt, and then that'll be rigged. That he might fight somebody, and they will stop him, and he'll go, "Well, look, I give it my best.
Yeah.
I only started boxing 6 years ago. Never in my wildest dreams that I think I could blah blah whatever he's done, whatever he's done, spin it." And you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it all.
Yep,
Stop me in. I am here for it. Like,
although the only thing I'll say is no more 3 a.m.s, 4 a.m.s. Get it on at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, 9 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. Stay up for it, but 3 a.m.,
Riyadh
4 a.m. No, yeah, get it to Riyadh. Give it to the boys. Give it to the boys. Put it in the Burge.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it is, but it's the biggest, it's the most watched boxing fight in history.
What?
If I'm not wrong, or the second. I'm telling you, it's the most. It's the biggest. It's the second most streamed. This is. I think it's the biggest one from Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Really? I mean, do you know why though? Because how many people have Netflix and you didn't have to pay for it?
But I think it's even like the most eyes on it. So it's like,
yeah.
So but do you think there was hardly any illegal streaming back in Mayweather Pacquiao days where like, hey, everybody, so it's much of a muchness, but it's like, but then again, like people would have paid a $5, so you could have signed up for Netflix for a month.
Yeah.
Watch the fight and then cancel your.
But it's what's so good about it is, and we're getting into like the streaming genius of it all, is that if I pay $15.99 for a TNT pay-per-view pass, all I get is that one fight. Whereas if I pay $5.99 for Netflix, I'm on watching the Jake Paul fight and going, oh fuck, they have that new series, Better Call Saul or whatever the fuck, and then you're on.
And how many people's going to forget? How many people's going to forget they cancelled after a month? Loads.
Who cancels? Yeah, who cancels subscriptions? I'm paying for stuff I don't even know.
Would I be surprised if Money Aleavey's involved in that fight arrangement? Definitely not. That is, but yeah, it is one of those ones where, like, yes, it is a farce, but as you say, it's entertainment, and I think that's how it's going down that WWE route. But it's like, you think the fans that they have and the loyal fans that they have, I just think, take him for what he is, and I think. And to me, it's kind of embarrassing when real boxers are calling them out.
Yeah, it is. Because they know it's a money fight. They're like, oh, please fight me so I get this payday. Yeah,
like, but Jake Paul's going, I'm never fighting you, so you can call me out all you like. And I'll win every like slobber match on Twitter because I have 100 million fans. You've 6.
This is the bit I can't get my head around, right? All these boxers, all these people want to be world champions. And yes, good on you. That's exactly what you should focus on. This is your career sport. Everyone goes, this YouTuber is trying to pass over into boxing, right? And he's done a pretty good job of it so far. How many boxers have moved from boxing to YouTube? None. Not one. So everyone's going, oh, you're trying to jump into... If you're a boxer and you have to be looking at this going, why am I not getting into the YouTube world? This is where I've already got this fucking unbelievable skill. Why don't I go into the YouTube world? I get someone to follow me around with a camera, have 2% of a personality, and... everyone's going to tune into my fights. I'm going to become the boxer YouTuber, which is exactly what Jake Paul's building.
I'm going to suggest that to shout out my friend John McLaughlin made his professional MMA debut today.
Right.
Absolutely annihilated Jomar. It was. I'll send you the video. Like he literally said this the other night. He's like, Soon as I'm told to fight, I'm running straight at you, guy. I'm just going to kick him right in the face, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, he kicked him right in the face. So shout out John McLaughlin.
Good lad, John. Speaking of Johns in the MMA ring, John Jones.
John
Jones. What a segue! We're on fire tonight.
We are fire. John Jones.
Good form. You can tell there's no Arsenal this weekend.
Exactly.
John Bone Jones. I'm not getting up 4 in the morning to watch 2 old men fight. That's not happening for me.
I did get up to watch it, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Watch John Jones simply because I kind of want him beat, which is
but he's too good.
He's too good, but it comes back to my I don't think I've ever actually made this point, but he cheated. He was a drugs cheat.
Yeah, but
why is he so? Why is he lauded? Why is he? Surely everybody's going, we want him beat. Like Daniel Cormier, God love him. He ruined him mentally.
Yeah.
Because Daniel Cormier was like, he basically said in an interview with him, he was like, he probably would have beat me anyway. He didn't need a juice. He says, but now in my head, I can never get over the fact that he juiced. Maybe I could have won.
Yeah.
No need for that.
Yeah.
But like that kick, did you see how he?
The kick to the liver was absolutely horrendous. Like, my dinner on a Wednesday would have came back up from that. That was absolutely awful. Like,
it was. I don't know, something like they're a big man. They're a big physical.
Yeah.
Specimen of men. Like, and it doesn't matter. It just shows you if you're hit right, you're going down. There's no.
See if John Jones was walking past me and stood on my toe, I would have went over like that. Never mind a kick to the liver. That's the full Gary Neville sound effect right there. Talal. That's exactly that's it. This is me. As soon as you've seen it, everyone just went, he's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
But this is it. No, I love Legacy and love people being great, but it does get to the stage where you're just like, this is so boring because he's so good. It feels like the time for Verstappen won every race in Formula 1 and Hamilton, you're just going, I don't want to watch this anymore. I want to watch someone lose. But
fight Tom Aspinall then.
Tom Aspinall's annoying though. Like, how nice. Oh, respectively, I'll call you out. Nothing personal. Tell him you hate his family. Tell him he's nothing. Tell him he's stealing everything you ever worked for. Give us something.
Give us something to give us a soundbite so we can sell the thing.
Call him the N-word. Do something. Get him get his juices going. No one wants to see two people that like each other fight. I want to see two people that want to rip each other's bollocks out.
Yeah, fight. like Khabib, Khabib was too good. He was just, but again, that McGregor. I actually every so often I'll go back to YouTube and watch the press conferences and stuff, and how McGregor even lasted 4 rounds is insane. McGregor is a week out from the show, steaming at a press conference, slagging his dad.
He's a rat. He's a rat.
You know what I mean?
I've just before we move off the fighting, I've had a thought, right? Because I don't want Katie Taylor to retire. I know you said you think she should hang it up and leave on top, and that is a great suggestion. I want to see her fight in Ireland. I physically want to go see Katie Taylor fight at some stage, and I've got 2-3 options for it. Number one, she fights someone else that's got a belt, and she just accumulates all the belts and has all the belts in the world. 2, she fights an absolute dud, knocks him out in the 3rd round, lets it go the distance. Fine with that. Number 3, and this is my favorite option, she gets that Italian woman from the Olympics that had all the controversy in Grove Park and fights her for her gold medal. That's what I want to see.
That's excellent. Put that out there.
Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Katie Taylor, even I don't even know if we ever concluded if it was a man or woman, but I don't care. Man or woman, Katie Taylor's beating the fuck out of everyone. So let's just get that in the books and see how they offer her.
See, her next fight it'll probably be Chantel Cameron, who Katie Taylor again it was one of those ones could have went either way.
Yeah.
And Chantel Cameron is an animal, she can box So it is. So it's just though there's nothing wrong with ending your career with a defeat. Sometimes you just have to go, you know what, I'm just Stipe last night was I'm too old, I'm done. Even Mike Tyson after was just I didn't even want to do this fight. I just needed to pay my bills.
You're looking at Mike Tyson afterwards being who did you owe money to? What danger were you in that you had to go do this?
It's mental. I hope if I ever have a certain level of money, I hope I never have to do some sort of boxing with a boxer. Be here, I need to just keep paying my electric bill here before the end of the month. Just
the fucking he's got that wee that wee ring that goes off playing at home. He's fuck's sake. How much did Mike Tyson get paid for that in the end? Do you know?
20 million.
I mean, I'd get out of bed for 20 million.
Jake Paul got 40.
Rightfully so. Good on him.
Which is
good on him.
Unbelievable. He's and I genuinely believe he is a big threat to the UFC.
How?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Ngannou, or not Ngannou, was it Ben Askren or Nate Diaz made more money from fighting him once than he made in his whole UFC career. So if you're sort of if you're a top level sort of UFC guy who has a big following, why not go fight Jake Paul, earn 12 million, and leave the UFC?
UFC just doesn't. But the problem with the UFC is they just don't pay their fighters the proper percentage of what the event is worth.
Yeah.
That's it. The winner of the UFC is Dana White. It always has been. It always will be. That is the only winner in that. But fair enough. Them like.
Which is why McGregor always wanted to bet. He always wanted to be like a major show, which per McGregor can't even go to 1 point for night space.
We can't talk about Conor McGregor this week. We gotta leave me. We put out a clip the other week saying Conor McGregor, we're like, he's not a bad lad. He's all right. Do you know what? He's funny, isn't he? Now we're sitting there going, dear.
We also,
I'll go on record now. Conor McGregor, serious bad egg, and that's an understatement.
Yes, I'll also want to apologise to the nation of New Zealand. We talked about the haka. They're doing it.
That's not me. That's not me doing the impression of the haka. That was me going, "Are in trouble." Oh no.
That's you doing the. But yes, just a wee. We say get rid of the haka. It's embarrassing, and they go and do it in a government building. And I'll say this: it's more embarrassing in the government building than it is in the pitch.
Yeah.
Especially when they're struggling to rip up the pages. They're like,
I see it was the time when it was gold. We're sitting there going, the haka needs to stop. You need to break it out for only important occasions. And then she's like, I don't like this treaty. Oh my God! You're going, okay, fair enough. Now you're telling me that wouldn't have had more impact if they didn't do the haka against England and Ireland on the Northern Hemisphere tour. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's how they react to everything? Like if they're going to the McDonald's, sorry, the McFlurry machine's broke.
Imagine that's the fucking answer to anything you get upset about. You're just going for a shake and there's no toilet roll. Next thing, I'm not dead.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that would be so good. I really hope so. But yeah, I think that's the time the haka has more meaning when you break it out for stuff like that. I think it's some sort of Maori sort of like rights thing, wasn't it? They're going on stage in like a protest or something like that. But that meme has been all over my TikTok. It's so good. Like,
it is class. It is class.
I just can't wait. Again, why don't we adapt that into this country?
Yeah,
get it into Stormont. Michelle O'Neill, United Ireland, and they're like, they say no to an Irish seaboard, and then everyone starts jumping around the place. Everyone does a river dance. Megan Flatley comes flying out. Oh dear. But yeah, apologies to the entire country of New Zealand. People say to me, people go, Sean, see your podcast. It doesn't seem to be loads and loads of views on it. Trust me. The right people are saying it. New Zealand Parliament's looking at it. We've been talking to celebrities this week who are changing the formats of their podcast. We are making big waves in this world. Like.
We are.
Conor McGregor turned into a full scumbag whenever we said he was a good lad. I'm telling you, it's weird.
So if everybody else wants to touch a death, just let us know. We will ruin your career away with that. We will.
Did you see all the videos or all of the controversy about McGregor's weekend away?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Close your blinds, lad. Close your blinds. Rookie mistake. No sense. Do something. Fuck's sake.
It's the most. It's you know what I love, right? It's like the most Irish thing for somebody to go on, yeah, boy, yeah. It's like, whatever your boy says, like, go on, Connor, yeah, mom, whatever this is.
Yeah.
Anywhere else in the world, it's just like they'll record him doing what he's supposed to do, like doing whatever he's doing and saying nothing. In Ireland, they're like, no, let's cheer him on. Let's just get him to keep going as hard as he's going. But no, it's just McGregor, isn't it? Anyway,
it's the least surprising thing ever. I was in work this week and I didn't realize this week. We had the Royals in Belfast. Prince William was visiting. Didn't know this. He was just walking around. My work's beside Ulster University. He was walking around Ulster University. I mean, police everywhere, cordoned off. I was like, there's a bomb threat. There's something fucking weird going on. Like the police officer, what's going on here? And he was just like, oh, there's a visitor in. And I'm like, must be someone pretty special. Who is it? And he goes, oh, I can't tell you. And I'm like, everyone here's going to know. So anyway, I asked someone, there was Prince William's coming, and I mean, Talal, buyers up and down the road, police escorts, fucking more Land Rovers than you'd ever seen in your absolute life. Okay, all down the road, and Prince William walks out, and of course there's Palestine protesters there at the door, right? Screaming over, "Free Palestine! You're part of the genocide!" Da, 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 da. And then he sort of looks over at them, and it goes real quiet for a second, and someone just shouts from across the road, and the pure silence just goes, "You're a wanker, William." And it just set me sideways. I was like, yes.
It's like, do you remember Jeffrey Donaldson? Remember when he was getting, well, what about that? Or is it true, Jeffrey? Is it true, Jeffrey?
That was in Yuri.
Jeffrey,
did you do it, Jeffrey? Did you do it?
Did you do it? Oh, it is absolute. People from here should be at every like mass protest for that, because they know exactly how to fill a silence. They know somebody will have that golden like thing to say. It's classic.
It was just in that perfect wee Belfast accent. You're a wanker. And here, no comeback from him. Absolutely ruined it. Prince William bottled it. Absolutely bottled it.
Yeah, death.
There's also Hillary Clinton had come to visit Queens. She's like a big ambassador in Queens, right? So there's another one of these. Yeah, there's another one of these like big police, like sort of like escorts and stuff happening up at Queens, buyers and all. I don't know what it was. I was just walking past and seeing this happening, and it's like, fuck, who's in there? And the police officer was more forthcoming with the information this time. He's like, "Oh, Hillary Clinton's in there." And I was like, "Oh, unlucky," or whatever you want me to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Unlucky. But there was like these Free Palestine protesters. Sort of God, they're everywhere, right? And they're. Talal, you've seen Queen's Building. There was barriers the height of your chest up all the way around. Yeah. You couldn't get onto the property. These Free Palestine, peaceful protests and whatnot, they decided to climb the barrier, walk on the grass, right? And the police, you'll never guess this, the police then decided to intervene, tackle them to the ground to stop them from moving any further. Next thing, all the phones come out and are going, "You're a fucking scumbag. You're a fucking, get off her. What's your badge number?" No statement, no video has ever started well with, "Can I have your name and badge number?" Right? No. I just start. And fucking next thing I get home, that was all well and good. Up on Twitter, up on TikTok that night, there's just videos everywhere of these Free Palestine fucking protesters going scumbags, and all the comments underneath going scumbag police, fucking PSNA, blah, 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 blah. And I was sitting there going to myself, I had seen what had happened, and I am fully with protesting and the Palestinians, right? But when the police tackle you to the ground after you stepped on the barrier, that's exactly what they're meant to do in that situation. Like, you're screaming at them, going, "Why the fuck are you doing that?" Going, if they were protecting you, you'd want them to do the exact same thing. Yeah, people are nuts. People are absolutely insane.
That's what I've always said. I've always said, like, the police. I do have some sympathy for sympathy for the police. Mm-hmm. Firemen, paramedics, because like they're the only people who, when they're doing their job, they get shouted at for doing their job. But the police more so than anybody else. Like, you very rarely see like firemen putting out a fire. People go, "Look at them fuckers there putting out that fire. No, that's a load of shit." That, you know what I mean? That paramedic saving that person's life. You know what I mean? It's like, whereas the police like, "Look, I don't want to tackle you to the ground, but I have to because you're not supposed to be here."
Yeah.
And not that I'm a great lover of the police or anything, but it's just like.
Sometimes you're sitting there going, "No, you are all wrong. These are like they've actually done." Yeah. Do you know what? I was kind of going to myself, "You have done a decent job there. Well done."
Yeah.
Exactly. They weren't meant to be in there, and they ran in, and you went, "Oh fuck's sake, I'm gonna have to take them out here." Like, do you know what I mean?
Because like, hey, I'm gonna say something. They don't want to do the paperwork either. I mean, they don't want that hassle.
No. But the only way I can equivalent it to, it's when you're playing corner forward, right? And the cornerback makes a run up the pitch, and you're going, "I'm gonna have to track this comp back. Fuck this!" Like, and everyone's giving you guff for not running back for them, because if you don't run back with them, you're the worst in the world. So you have to do your job. You have to
do your job, and that just a wee thing. That's one of the biggest. Like if one of my mates is ever on a video going, "Just to let you know, I'm recording you as you're stopping me for speeding." What's your badge number? Grow up. You know what I mean?
No video has started positively going, "What's your name and badge number?" It's never. That's the wrong way to start a conversation. Like,
just look at his badge. You'll see his badge number.
Oh no, have you not seen the ones that are like, "What's your name and badge number?" And they turn the shoulder like out there, and he goes, "I'm dyslexic. I can't read that."
Do you know what I mean? It's how important that they think they are. They're like, "Let me see that. Who are you?" And oh no, don't get me started. Anyway,
bunch of bad eggs. So that's all our sporting roundup talked about. And the only other thing I wanted to mention, actually, sports before we move on, was autumn internationals. They're falling asleep. Ireland didn't score in the second half against Argentina. England are on a 5-game losing streak, and it's the only thing keeping me alive at the minute. Speaking of 5-0, I'm talking about England soccer. Ireland lost 5-0 to fucking England. Nations League is a joke. There's no reason for any of it. And yeah, anything else to add on the Nations League in Ireland?
No. Katie
Nope.
Taylor will knock them all out. That's what I need to know.
Evan Ferguson is hopefully the future. That's about the height of it. Jesus, no, he's not. Anyway, moving on before we get in trouble. Speaking of good-looking Irish tall men, Gladiator 2 is coming out this weekend.
Yeah, very excited. It is out. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to go and see it. Yeah.
Now I have two options here: either go see it in the cinema, or wait for it to come out on Dodgy Box. So I'm contemplating both, but I might actually go to the cinema to watch this, and I might actually, you will not believe this, I might actually pay the money to go to the IMAX.
Well, I'm going to say this. I think I'm a great lover of the cinema and all that sort of thing. Right? I'm an Omniplex member, very proud. What's your Omniplex member number? Right. I'm a very, very... So, and I think there's certain movies that you need to watch in the cinema, and I think Gladiator 2 is one of those movies that you have to experience in the cinema. So I will be going all out.
I think it'll do it justice with the budget and everything they've put into this to not go see it in the cinema. So that's the only thing that's going to tempt me too. Because last night I sat and watched the original Gladiator just to get caught up. That's how prepared I am to go see it in the cinema. Which what a masterpiece. So I believe Paul Mescal plays. Do you know the son in the original Gladiator?
Yes.
It's basically him becoming a gladiator. I believe that's the storyline, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's his sort of vengeance mission. The cast is absolutely star-studded. But more so what I want to talk about than Gladiator is Paul Mescal, right?
Yes.
Paul Mescal has fallen into this category of Irish stud, should we say? Hasn't he? Like
he's he has.
Like I'm almost expecting with like how Irish he is, he's got this gladiator skirt on. He'll probably twist and there'll be a pair of heel shorts underneath it. Like he's that much of like an ambassador for Ireland and GAA. He's got the mullet, curly hair. He's just Irish in abundance. But I would love to know, right? I've seen him doing an interview this week talking about how he played county minor for Kildare, right?
Yeah.
While also trying to be an actor. And he's talked about all these brilliant memories. There is no way Paul Mescal didn't get absolutely ridiculed for playing GAA and trying to be an actor at the same time.
He had got rinsed. Let me tell you something. He had in the group chat, he's getting rinsed. 100%.
I guarantee you Paul Mescal had white boots. 100%.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this, right? See, whenever you do something that isn't like stereotypical GAA lad, right? Until you do something absolutely mental,
you're
getting slagged for it.
Yeah, so like he was definitely doing the Christmas Pantos. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he's definitely doing all that while playing God. That's mental.
So like even until what do you call that show that went absolutely mega for him?
Oh, Lonely People or something.
Whatever it's called, whatever I think that was what it's called. Up until that point that he became famous, he was still getting rinsed by his mates going, that absolute fruit there trying to do acting. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like, you know, like I do a bit of amateur theatre myself, like, and I still get rinsed.
Hey, rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because you should get rinsed. It's like us doing stand-up in the early days. You should get abused for doing this until you've done something cool.
Yeah.
Town Hall 20th of November. But doubt me now, yeah? Doubt me now.
Exactly. It is one of those ones. But yeah, like Paul Mescal wore GA shorts. I have wore GA shorts. You've wore GA shorts, right?
I don't think that you were in GA shorts.
Right. Oh, but this is back when I was a youth.
Yeah.
And apparently then was it some like famous, is it Givenchy or some Dolce and Gabbana or somebody? They now have their own version of that sort of material of shorts.
Gucci's
the one I'm looking for. Like 4 or 5 on the printing going.
Yep.
15 quid. Like, just get them there, like. Which is mad, and that's why everybody's got that mullet, and it's some people suit it, some people don't. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, see, I'm more in favor of him getting all the plaudits for like the sexy Irish kind of gay, because before that, for a short period, there's about 2-3 months there, whereas Barry Keoghan, which don't get me wrong, is more accurate to what Irishmen look like. But that Irishmen have this like sexy, foreign, mysterious. When we're taken outside of this island, there's just like, ooh, what's this? So different, so unique. But if you put Paul Mescal back in that Kildare team, they did a reunion tomorrow, you wouldn't know which one's Paul Mescal.
Yes, you wouldn't go, he's the Hollywood star. Like you wouldn't.
They'd all look the same. They'd all have the same hair. They'd all look the same height. They'd all be the same shape. There's plenty of them.
Exactly.
Ladies, if you're looking for a hunky Irishman, just come here.
That's why I think. That's why I think I would like clean up in like New Zealand or like Maui or Hawaii. You know, I think I'd clean up. Get a couple of tribal tattoos.
Once the Rock clocks out, you're going to be doing all them big Hollywood action movies. That's you.
I'm definitely Moana 3. That's what I'm gunning for. Moana 3.
The Stone Jomar.
The Stone. He's the Rock. I'll be the mountain. No, there's somebody the mountain ready, isn't there? The boulder. I love it. The boulder. The boulder Jomar. That's it. Yeah.
So we're both going to go watch Gladiator 2 hopefully this week actually. So maybe we'll do a movie review next week. That actually could be a good idea for the podcast.
I will be going this week at some stage to watch it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then finally, I want to talk about. I could not believe my eyes when I seen this. I was like, Tal, you're going to love this segment this week. You're a massive, and I can't believe this. You're a massive Robbie Williams fan, as you should be.
Huge Robbie.
One of the greatest talents of the generation, and rightfully so. He's getting applauded. He's getting a movie brought out. And delighted seeing the trailer. There's going to be a Robbie one. They're going to talk about him growing up and trying to take that and the pressure and stuff like that. And then he says the wee line in the trailer that goes, "I want the world to see me how I see myself." And Robbie Williams in his movie, the Robbie Williams movie, is going to be played by a chimpanzee. Moment sense.
I'm gonna say something. That is when I say I was devastated, like that is. Like it really devastated me. Like I was properly like, because I was very excited. Like my girlfriend also huge Rob Williams fan, right? Mm-hmm. Probably one of the things that we sort of bonded over. Like Rob Williams is one of the reasons why we're probably together. You know what I mean? Right. It's one of those ones. But it's probably the first thing that we, because you know when you first meet someone, you're trying to find that sort of thing that you just both have like sense of like love for. We were like Rob Williams, take that. We were like, oh my god, this is so. Broke the ice, so to speak. So, Robbie, thanks very much, lad. But to be so disappointed, like I've only ever, like the last time I felt this devastated was there was a show on Channel 4 years ago about we're following Take That, getting back together. Mm-hmm. And the last episode was, will Rob Williams join? Will he come back? And they all get in a room, and then he doesn't come back. And I was like, oh, so devastated.
Oh, right? Bastards.
I actually remember, like, you know, when you conceded a last minute equalizer, you're like, you know what I mean? And then obviously he came back then a couple of years later. But I remember me and my girlfriend watching the show about Take That, Rob Williams, and two of us just sat in silence, like, just were like, can't believe he didn't come back.
Was it a TV show of like kind of like an X Factor thing? Is he going to come back and kind of follow it live, or it was just like a thing?
So it was kind of like they were following it. It was all pre-recorded until like the last episode, and then it was like, so the last was meant to be when he showed up. He just didn't show up. Yeah.
Oh my god! But so for this movie, right? I'm sitting looking at it, going, right, Robbie Williams, the story of him, that is going to be fantastic. There's no way they can fuck this up. Who was on that much meth that they thought, oh, we'll make him a chimpanzee? And how was he? How was he like, oh, it's a great idea. I love that. But
you know what? It's such a Rob Williams thing to do, though. Like, if you watch any documentary, he almost needs somebody telling them what to do. Like whenever he recorded Rude Box, like, Robbie, come on now, son.
Yeah, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. You know what I mean? You're not a robber. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
So it is very much like, but I'm just. Well, I'll still go watch it probably, but I'll be going very disappointed.
Is there any way it can be good? Is there any way you can watch it and go, you know what, I get it? Because what's going to happen, spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't watched it, it's not even out yet, but here's what's going to happen. He sees himself as a chimpanzee, right? So he's going to be a chimpanzee throughout the whole movie. He's going to join Take That. He's going to leave Take That. He's going to go on a solo tour. He's going to then become a free artist at the very end after his reunion tour with Take That. And do you know what's going to happen at the very end? He's going to transform from a chimpanzee into Robbie Williams. And everyone's going to go, What a load of shit.
I know, but I don't mind if it's like, but will the chimpanzee talk? Will the chimpanzee talk?
It's him, yeah. It's the chimpanzee talks like him, moves like him, everything.
I don't know.
Just pay an actor. Why they didn't need to cut the budget that much to put in
Paul
a CGA.
Mescal, get him in. Substitution by Rob Williams' team.
I'll say give the Mac Lady at the end of the season. I could be Robbie. That'd be my dream.
Yeah, Rob Williams is my he's the GOAT. Like his first couple of albums are just out of this world. Like absolutely out of this world, and some absolute bangers. Like
he's had one of those careers that like he just needs to stop. Right, I don't want to see any more Robbie Williams music.
Yeah,
just do the bangers. Do you remember? I think he did. The time I sort of got over Robbie Williams and was like, "Oh, Robbie, need to pack it in." Was the Russia World Cup? He did the opening ceremony for that.
Yeah,
and he did the hits, and you're just going, "You don't need to do this."
Like Robbie Williams needs to do like see if like Ed Sheeran's doing like Crow Park, right?
Yeah.
Bring him on for Let Me Entertain You.
Yes,
Robbie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Or if somebody's doing a cover of Angels, bring him out. Bring him out. Let him sing the verse. Whatever. That's it. But
it's like wheeling you on for penalties. Do you know what I mean? You're like, I don't want to play, but if it goes to penalties, get me in there. Let me hit one. Give me a go.
Of course, yeah.
That's all that's needed here. Special teams. Exactly. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I'm very disappointed. We're both going to be disappointed in the Rob Williams movie, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So, you know what? It's just so the more I think about it, the more annoyed I'm going to get about it.
I can see it in your eyes.
Because it's almost like the Will or not Will Ferrell for Pharrell Williams movie.
What about him? I didn't see it.
So, which is so frustrating because he's like almost this genius music guy.
Mm-hmm.
But his movie it's called Piece by Piece, so it's done in like Legoland, so they're all Lego men.
No bollocks! No.
I want to see that shit.
But this is actually, Joel actually thinks now, right? And this is like a serious point I'm trying to make. People don't want bullshit anymore. People want real stuff.
Yes.
Like if you look at like podcasting and everything else that's going on with like the American election, people don't want this like all these celebrities and all these big fun. They want actual real people. The reason I think Gladiator would be good is because Paul Mescal just seems like a genuine bloke. You know what I mean? And that's why it's good. You don't want all these massive stars and CGI monkeys in movies. I want to see real people in real movies. Like I think what happened was Marvel peaked with all their bullshit and the Endgame stuff, and then everyone that's enough. We've had enough of Fantasyland. Let's go back to reality here.
There's a show called The Penguin.
Yes, I'm going to start watching it. Yeah.
When you watch it, that's how everything should be made.
But it's just that it's very dark, but it's very, even though it's the penguin and the makeup and blah blah blah, it's very real though.
Oh, 100%. There's nothing too mental about it. There's nothing too like the penguin's not played by a fucking penguin. He's a character called the Penguin, played by Colin Farrell, who is what an actor. What an actor. Same as what do you call him? Another great Irish actor, and his name's completely slipped my mind. I watched him in a movie there last week.
What's he in?
He's in Oppenheimer. He's in fucking, you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, Piggy Blinders. Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. That's an actor. That's the guy.
That is.
That's
why people like him as well, because when you see him in interviews, he's real. They're like, "Oh, what did you make of going to the Oscars?" He goes, "I hate it all. I hate every bit of it." You're going,
he's very much like, I love acting. Let me go and act.
Yeah.
Don't annoy me. Which is kind of like Roy Keane was always like, I'm a footballer. Let me go play football. Don't care about the media. You know, which is how I think you're going to be whenever you're a massive silent comedian. You're like, just let me tell my jokes. Say after that, leave me alone. Just don't.
I'll be. I'll be like that, because the same footage of Roy Keane at the NFL and all. Someone's like, "Can I get a selfie?" He's like, "I'm watching the game. Get out of my face!" Like, you can see how fuming he is. And it would have been quicker for him just to go, "Yes, wait."
Yeah, exactly.
I
think at like the start. I think at the start of like your whatever you sort of like blow up, so to speak. That's it's almost like a novelty. Like standing getting photographs, and because you're just so used to it. But like, I'd imagine after a while it gets so annoying. Like so annoying. Like Colin finished the show on Friday, and he's walking out to the venue to like go to like the green room area, and somebody goes, Colin, give us a wee minute of your time. And Colin was like, Colin's telling me always like, in my head was going, just keep walking, just keep walking.
Oh, God.
Don't engage. But he goes, I did a turnaround, and he goes, next thing, I'm in a 5-minute conversation with this woman going, I can't believe she's seen you putting diesel in your car. And you're like, he's
that
like,
is hard.
and he's like, yeah, of course I was putting diesel in my car like any other human being.
Yeah. I can't believe you still do that for yourself. And he's like, hey, what do you think I make out in this?
He's like, he goes, I'm a fucking buy like Talal Jomar on support on me here. Of course I'm still putting diesel in my own car.
It's like the classic example. I did security for music's event company one time, and I was working backstage with Michael Bublé, and I will never forget this. It was Crow Park, and the stage was on the hill. I was backstage at the hill all day, so basically when he walked off stage, he was coming out past me, right? I was holding a torch just so he didn't trip over something in the dark or whatnot. And he walked off stage, and the instrumentals, Joey's like doing all his walking around, and the big band was playing, and he goes, goodbye, Dublin, and he like walks off, and the instrumentals are still going. And as he walks out, gets around the corner, standing there with the torch, he just turns to the guy with him and went, that wasn't too bad of a shift today. And he goes, that's the exact same way I leave work. And the difference between what me and you've just done there is astronomical. Like, no matter what level you get to in life, you're still going, fuck, that wasn't too bad a day there. I was all right. 82,000 people in Crow Park. Not too bad. You may as well have walked up to a swipe machine and went, bleep.
But it's unbelievable how like normal it is for like them to do what like I find my job incredibly normal, right? It's a normal day-to-day job. It's mental that people like Michael Bublé considers his job to be like, it's just another day in the office.
Yeah, that's him clocking out like.
It's mental. Like you wonder how like those guys on going like big massive tours. Wonder they like, fuck. You know what I mean?
They hate it. Because there's no routine, there's no like same stuff, or you're always trying to figure out where to go. Like what do you call that? Like your RAM, like your brain is just constantly going. There's nothing. You're constantly thinking about like all the things you don't think about on a daily basis. Is there a toaster here? Is there bread? How do I get there? How do I get to work? Like when you commute to work and back, there's no thinking. There's definitely no thinking in my head. Like, to be fair, it takes me about 12 o'clock before my brain turns on and work. Like so.
I genuinely believe that I sleep from my house to the office. Like I am just like I have zoned out because I've worked especially when I worked before I moved jobs. I was driving to the same building for like 10 plus years, so it was like autopilot just going.
I cycle to work now, and let me tell you something. There's nothing sadder than seeing me cycle to work. I just look so sad in the eyes. Like,
is it not dangerous?
It's basically all towpath from my house into my office, like all along the lag, and there's only one part I have to cross the road. But I am soul destroyed on that bike. Nothing makes me sadder than cycling, and nothing makes me sadder than having to go to work. It's the worst combination ever.
You know one of those like wee e-bikes that all the wee hoods use?
You can call them that, I can't. But yeah. Like a delivery driver? No, a hood, you fucking man.
The hoods? Oh, I mean, like, do you not know what the hoods?
No.
hoods mean like hoods mean like we bad lads. Like we.
Oh no! All the bad lads around me are on wee e-scooters. They've gone on the scooter game. Like I thought you meant scooter, like e-bikes as in like I thought you meant hoods as in like the boys that drive for Deliveroo on the bikes around Belfast.
No. Wow, what a fine line we were very close to cutting the stream there. No, that like experience.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck did you mean there? Anyway, no. It's like a 10-minute cycle, so getting a bike would just be the height of laziness. Like, but maybe one day. I think we're close to ending the show here. Do you not just because of that, but I'll read a few comments of people dropping in. John and Jarvy's been leaving a couple of comments in, talking about Anto agrees with us on our point about Anto needing to win 3 more fights. Soupy Camel, choose life, boys, choose Nuri. I agree. Keep her lit as well. Daniel Barr says, not a chance you work, Sean. I'll have you know, I am physically there, and that's all that matters. All right, that is all that matters. Stay physically in work, folks. All right. Keep the 9 to 5 taking over. One day you'll also one day you'll do the town hall in Newry. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And on that note, that's us for the week. Hope you've enjoyed it.
That was a great episode. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. If you did leave a wee comment, or not leave a comment because the stream's over, I'm not going to read it.
Yeah.
Share it and tell your friends. We've been putting out a few more clips as well on social, so check those out. To anyone that's been listening on Spotify, don't worry, we've been checking these out, we've been noticing these, we'll see the viewers are going up on there as well, so thanks very much for leaving some reviews on that as well. 5 stars only, anything less, you're dead.
Yes. But yeah, as I say, as John said there, like and share everything, and helps a lot, and we'll chat these next week.
Exactly. One more thing to plug before we go. Kill RB Comedy Club is coming to RB Comedy Club, of course. We only have, as you're watching this, 3 more open mics left. So if you're someone that listens to this and think, I'd love to try stand-up, come on down. Or if you've never been to the club, there's only going to be 3 more shows this year, and we're taking a break at the start of the next year in January time. So get down to those. We've got Comedian of the Year coming up, normal open mic shows, and then Kill RB Comedy Club. So if you've seen Kill Tony, that show, we're basically ripping that off. We're going to have some very, very, very special guests down with us to help do the panel on that. So
it should be good fun.
Yes. And then tickets to Middle East based, Talal.
Yes, Crack Theatre on their website. Middle East based, 28th of March, 2025. What a way to start off your year. It's coming up to Christmas time. Nothing better than buying tickets to my show. It'd be a nice wee gift, you know. Yeah, I priced them at the exact price that most office Santa or Secret Santas are. So
what price is that?
A tenner.
I would have paid you 20. You've done yourself an injustice there. What a bargain.
Do you know what I mean? So a nice wee tenner there, just ticket to see the Middle East Beast Crack Theatre. It's gonna be a good night.
What date is it?
28th of March. What did I say? December? 28th of March.
28th of March. So what? You're gonna buy them now, have them at Christmas, March will roll around, you're going, for fuck's sake, there's nothing to go to, nothing on Middle East based, and it'll be sold out by March, so you'll be glad you bought the tickets now.
Yes, come see the show of a lifetime. It here, as I always said, it's like one of those you have to take a chance. You can be one of the very first to say, I seen that lad when he was when he was doing the Crack Theatre. Now look on him.
Exactly. And I have also potentially have the option to be there at the show and be absolutely steaming. So I will be absolutely on the fence. Absolutely rode off. So don't worry about hecklers. I will just eliminate anybody that heckles at the back of the show.
Sean will be backstage if you want a photograph.
Yeah. When the bar runs out at the front, come around the back, see Uncle Sean. I'll tell you. Yeah. I'll charge you £2 a bottle.
He's not joking. He's not joking.
The Middle East merch at the back. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, to listen. Keep doing out there. Talal, thank you very much. Lovely episode of the podcast. We'll see you all next week.
Oh, just let me that clock keeps ticking like a metronome in my